play some Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Nice.
We should play some games.
Yay,
Yeah.
I like games.
Games
Yeah.
are fun. All right.
Yeah.
So,
I want to play Parcheesi.
Parcheesi? No, we're not playing Parcheesi. Stop that.
Darn.
I will.
Anyway, time to mute for the recap.
Yeah. All right. So, last time on Ace Brigade, our party received a message that the mysterious Rend of the Assassin's Guild, Silence Edge, will be waiting for them at the top of the Horizons Gate lighthouse at midnight. Cautious but determined, our party makes their way there and proceeded to break into the building. Sneaking up to the higher levels, they find themselves face to face with a strange undead creature called a trail gaunt. The party manages to overpower it, sending the creature flying out a window that Scrag had broke with his returning spear. When they reach the top floor of the lighthouse, they find themselves face to face with a mysterious Rend. She confirms to the party that she was not the one that sent the death threat to Carolina, and that she suspects Eden was merely trying to increase the lawkeeper presence at the theater tomorrow to make life difficult for her would-be assassins. Rend then gives Nash a warning, or a threat, it was hard to tell frankly, and then proceeded to vanish into the night. Nash, in that last moment, revealing that he knew her true identity as Professor Vasca. It was then that the group could hear the lawkeepers coming to investigate the smashing noises, and they all ran off into the night. And that is where we ended, with everybody running away.
I forgot that I boomeranged the window out.
You sure did.
That was actually one of the cooler kills I had this campaign.
It was pretty rad.
Did we
Let's
get
not
back
forget the Drake, though. I think that was personally.
Yeah, that
The
was...
Drake was pretty cool.
I loved it.
Mhm.
But, and also,
pretty
I
good.
think that was a team effort, and it was a lot of fun that way, too.
Everything in this
Yeah.
game is a team effort because it's a team
It's
game.
true.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Did we get back to the inn and all to communicate?
I think
I feel like
we ended on everybody running out, so we can jump ahead to everybody at the inn now, catching their
I
breath.
just remember Creek did a
Scrag
flip.
is,
She did a very cool flip. It was
you know,
very cool. Everyone
because
clapped.
they're on the
Yeah.
run now, technically, Scrag is wearing, like, Groucho Marx glasses.
Does Scrag have a just a thing of disguises? Just like the
No,
ready?
actually, he doesn't, but I thought it would be... Leanne, is it okay if I have some Groucho Marx glasses?
They're not called Groucho Marx glasses here, but you can have a silly little glasses and a mustache.
Awesome, thank you so much. They make him
For
look...
the bit.
he's a
Explain
lizard.
to me in great detail how these glasses fit on his lizard folk
They
face. Tell
do
me right now.
not. They
Okay.
simply do not.
We had...
So he's kind of got like glasses with like a unibrow right underneath his eyes. Is what I'm
or
hearing.
That, or it's like right on the end of his nose, but like the glasses
Yes.
are also stuck there.
I feel like I had this exact same conversation in the other game I played in, where we also had a lizard folk who also tried to do this.
So he's got the correct mustache, but he also has lenses over his nostrils.
Yes, basically.
Okay. I needed the visual. I
No,
needed
but-
to
yeah,
know.
obviously. I
Okay.
completely get it.
Now I know what
Sorry,
to
let's
picture.
continue.
Amazing. Good.
Alright, so yes, it is after midnight, close to 1 a.m. now. You all congregate at the inn. It's dead quiet.
Scrag would say that whole thing went very well.
I mean, we're not arrested, so I'll call that a win, I guess.
We didn't get murdered either, so that's also a plus.
Scrag may be eligible for a record commutation soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It cut out for me right after Pickle said we weren't arrested.
You're
good.
I just said Scrag may be eligible for a record commutation soon. But yes, Greg knows what that is. Don't ask questions. Hello?
Hello? No, we are.
No,
Yeah.
we heard you, and I snorted.
So I guess maybe we get together and if Nash was gonna tell us a little bit about like what he learned from all that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he'd mentioned that the information that his conclusions from meeting with Rend.
Were we not all up there? I thought we were all up there.
Yeah.
I thought we were all there.
No, we
Yeah,
were.
everybody was
I
there.
thought there was something else that he
But-
had to tell us that he found it or something like that.
I mean, nothing that he hasn't already. Like,
Okay.
just that he knows who Rind is now.
Okay. Yeah, might be. I thought that was information we hadn't gotten yet. Okay. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Because I think we were all there, and it's like, oh, Nash did the thinky thing.
The espionage.
Nash.
What else are you gonna call it?
Investigation.
Yeah.
The
Well-
investigator investigated.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so the play is tomorrow, right?
Yes. Well, technically today, because it is now about 1:00 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh. Ah.
So, has anything changed as far as our plans or anything? I don't feel like anything has.
Except we have to look out for a fake assassin. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Greg will be extremely careful.
When are we not?
Do you want me to list the times, or?
No, it was a joke. I'm joking.
I actually have a running tally, I think.
Can I be heard?
Yes. Now you
Yes.
can be heard. You weren't able to be
Oh.
heard before now.
Okay,
Sorry.
there we go. Yeah, Nash was just gonna say, I don't think she would be going as far as to actually stage a fake assassination. I mean, we can't rightly rule it all the way out, but I would expect that note would have been all the precautions she took, particularly if the goal was simply to have more law presence to thwart an actual assassination.
This is more intrigue than Screg can handle.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything we could even. I feel like there's not much more for us to do before the actual play at this point. Yeah.
After this, we give nice rest so that we're shocked tomorrow.
So I didn't get that, Sarah.
I was a little robot-y, sorry.
You're good. You guys said, have to first Bill with a good night's rest so that way we're shocked tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's way past our bedtimes, I believe.
I thought it was like early afternoon.
No.
No, it's like midnight.
Oh,
It's past
it's
midnight.
midnight.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Gertie's probably already sleeping.
Oh yeah, she's
I
fast asleep.
bet, yeah. Aw, baby.
That
I
Barry's
think
wide
might be the
awake.
best. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Barry was sleeping
He's
all
like,
day.
"My
He's
dad."
got full of energy.
Yep,
Mhm.
he's eating some fruit.
He's hanging off of one of Nash's horns right now.
Yeah, upside
Aw.
down with a little raspberry in its mouth, staining its
Aw.
white fur.
Babis.
You're not entirely sure where he got the raspberry from.
Nash has stopped asking.
Barry knows just where to go.
Yeah. I'm good to turn in. I don't think I had anything else. Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so you all settle in for the night. Vaz, I suppose, makes her way back to the fancy inn, Seafoam Inn. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after a good long night's sleep, you all sleep in a little bit. It's about 9 o'clock now in the morning. You know you have several hours before the evening comes and the show starts. So you have the day.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, Nash, of course, first off, is gonna start with his morning coffee at the guild house.
Yeah.
The best
Yep.
part of waking up.
Magic in your cup.
Yeah, so you make your way over to the guild house. Oh yeah, but make sure you all take your rest on your sheet to get your hit points and spell slots back.
Yar.
Did that.
Okay. Gotta prepare my spells for today.
Yeah. And while you're doing that,
Sorry, I just saw the picture of the lizard folk.
oh yeah, Tyrion.
Like
Like I said, literally, this happened in 2020.
That's wild.
Oh my god.
History will be repeating.
Yep.
Amazing.
All right.
Um,
But yes, Nash makes their way over to the guild house, and sure enough, Levi is there with his cup of coffee. He's looking a little nervously out the window until you come in, and his attention snaps to you. Puts on that lazy smile. Ah, there you are.
sorry.
Sorry, who do we meet? I was deep in the sauce.
Levi, you're good.
Levi. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Just morning routine.
yeah. No,
On.
Nash was heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Yeah.
Levi. How are you on this fine morning?
Scrag, I don't think came. Nash just goes to
Oh,
see
just
Levi.
Nash?
Oh, this is just Nash.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
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 Oh, shit. I didn't mean to. No, I accidentally set my.
Everybody's
It's what
having
we for.
a time. But yes,
There is a time being had.
Shelves, I think you were trying to talk, but I don't think your mic was picking you up.
Oh, dear.
I'll mute
Can
some
y'all
in
hear
the
me
chat.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Nash just kind of wanders in with a yawn after his long night. But he will just kind of give him a look like, "Good morning. You look nervous about something."
Well, you see, That letter you brought to me yesterday, you get stuff in your head. I was worried you're just going to poke your nose into places that would get it cut off. And you're late, so you know. I worry.
Oh no, why would I ever go and do a thing like that? Getting my nose cut off. Here, look, for proof. And he's gonna kind of turn to a side profile so you can actually see it on his silhouette.
And that actually makes his, like, a more genuine smile across his face, and he shakes his head. Apologies. Not my place to to worry that much, I suppose, but my mind gets racing when her name gets tossed around.
No worries at all. All I did was attain proof that the letter was in fact fake.
Did you now? Well, that's good. At least we know that she's not actually involved. Like I said, I figured as much looking at the letter, but
Yes, she told me that it was likely a ploy to have more law enforcement there at the theater, which does make sense, but no, that she had no intention actually of going through with anything.
She told you. Don't tell me you've gone and seen her.
Well, then I won't. And then he just takes a sip of his coffee.
He, like, buries his face into his hands and just kind of stares at his own cup. Dang nabbit, dang it. That's an incredibly foolish thing you did, if you did go to see her.
Oh, I'm sorry, you cut out right after the dagnabbit.
He said that's an incredibly foolish thing that you did. If you did in fact go see her.
Well, I don't know if you've picked up on this by now, but I am an incredibly foolish person.
Of course. All you campaigners got that sense of adventure. Hard to tell if you're brave or foolish, I guess. But
that, and I had a hunch that I desperately needed confirmed, because as it turns out, there is a bit more overlap between your former guild and that mark than I would be comfortable with.
right, and he like rolls his sleeve up to kind of like trace his own tattoo. This. She never really said much about it other than that was the mark of the guild. Tattooed it on everybody as a reminder that you can't escape once you join.
Well, I still don't know quite what possessed her to choose that mark in particular, but I do know at least where she got it, because I now also know who she is.
Do you now? That is a secret that she would not share with any of us. Never seen her without the mask or the hood.
Well, it doesn't seem quite fit to blurt out in a place like this, but suffice to say for now, I will unfortunately likely be sticking my nose to dangerous places more than just this once.
That is the life of a campaigner, I suppose. Just try to take some precautions. She's dangerous, like I said. You cross her, she will end you.
Nash kind of looks down at his coffee like there's more that he would want to say in response to that, but thinks better of it and just kind of sighs and says she can certainly try.
That is what I love about you campaigners. Got such bravado.
No, we wouldn't be very good at this if we didn't. Let me see here. Hey.
Yeah.
Had to see how my coffee set this morning.
Oh yeah, we like to see it.
The ship is thriving.
Yeah, so you take a sip of coffee and finish it up. Don't get those weird jittery buzzing effects as normal, but Levi gently puts his hand on yours. You can see the shadowing kind of touch his fingertips a little bit and goes, just try to be careful out there, all right?
I will. And trust me, I know it doesn't look like it, but I am. There's just more at stake than myself, in some cases.
Well, I hope one day you deem me worthy to tell me what that more is, but one day, in your own time. And I think at that point, the morning talk goes to other things.
Mm-hmm.
As it kind of fades into the midday. What's everybody else doing?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm doing breakfast over here.
Yeah.
Yay.
So yeah, you guys are at the Cobblepath pub then. Gabrielle brings over some breakfast, eggs, bacon, toast.
Hell yeah.
Fucking love breakfast.
And
Hell
as
yeah.
you're sitting down to eat, you do see the Hurricane Hawks shoving food in their mouth as they hurriedly rush out the door.
Hello.
Huh.
Right, they're
Yeah, they wave
Oh,
and
yeah, we
they're
have some-
gone.
Mhm. yeah. They're like, we're going.
They're working. They're busy. They're
Oh yeah, we paid.
hungry.
Mhm.
They're
We paid
earning.
them.
Yeah, you guys paid them to watch over a few
Yes.
people. Blitzy, Gabriel, Hikari, Hudson, and Professor Miri. So I suppose one of them stays here. We'll say it's Juliet.
Excellent.
Juliet stays here as she waves at everybody else leaving. Drinking from a gravy boat of coffee. It's not even a cup. It's
That's how-
literally a gravy boat.
I love how this is their version of the parallel party is yes, a whole gravy boat of coffee.
Pickles is dithering over his spell choices this morning. He's you can see him, he's he's got a piece of scratch paper and he's doing calculations, and occasionally you see him kind of brush the edge of the paper where you don't see anything. but he can see like through Pickles' eyes, he sees various numbers kind of floating at the edges of the paper. And he eventually kind of like sighs, and he turns to a page in his spell book that seems to the outside observer, it's all in like a shorthand that like he can decipher, that he mostly is kind of hard to understand if you're not him, but it seems to have a lot of like frowny faces and negative energy and like and sort of like negative connotations to a lot of it. It seems to be a more relatively new page in his book, and he kind of takes out some of the like the what looks like materials that are depicted on the page and gets that prepared. I'm banking on it going wrong today.
Screg actually seems pretty invested in what Pickles picks. He's like looking over his shoulder every now and then, not trying to be like intrusive, but like, what is that one doing? You know, stuff like that.
He would be totally down to explain. One of them that he shows is it actually like it's one of the earlier pages. He says, you know, this is the classic. This is the gravitational pull. It's what brought that guy through that one hedge, and you can see there's actually like a little note that he explains that like talks about like how well the spell does when pulling people through stuff like hedges or like thin walls and stuff like that. He points out a newer one that has depictions of various little woodland critters, and like measurements of their sizes and stuff, and he explains that that's when he hasn't had the chance to try out yet, but he believes it will allow him to turn into a creature form.
Screg likes that one.
Yeah, the only issue is that I can't really do any fighting, so it's a lot of these are edge cases kind of things.
Well, that's what we are for.
You know, that's fair. He shows off in sort of like some of the, you can tell that like there's some of these that have like 2 pages to them. One of them has like a lot of depictions of clocks and sort of a lot of calculations involving like it shows sort of vague measurements of other members of the party and like the air, something to indicate like the area around them, and a lot of stuff to do with like speed and sort of, he kind of explains it and it's a little, he doesn't really have like the technical words to describe it, but it's stuff like, I'm basically, this one I have to be careful because if I don't do it right, it has the potential to kind of vibrate your muscles off of your bones, but I've done it before. It's the one that makes everybody go faster. I just need to make sure that all of you goes faster at the same time. Because if some parts you don't, that can have problems. And then there's one that he has that he just it essentially it actually in common at the top, it's just titled the bitch slap. And he says, I'm actually preparing this one with a little more oomph to it this time. I think I've got the gas for that. But just in case we need to knock someone out and not kill them, which I'm not very good at. I don't know if you've noticed. Things that I attack tend to explode or melt or
get electrocuted. Just be careful.
Well, that's what this one's for, is for being. This is the careful bitch slap.
Then why don't you call it the careful bitch slap?
Bitch slap light. In parentheses.
Like, well, frankly, Screg, it's because this spell in its entirety is intended to be careful. To make it call it the careful bitch slap would be a little redundant.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's
this is the one that doesn't kill people. Yeah.
Okie dokie. That makes sense to Screg.
Yeah, and then of course he's got like the classics of like he's making sure like his staves and all sorts of stuff. He's got his trusty dagger stowed in his belt for. Well, no, he actually doesn't use a dagger. He uses his staff for that. But
I
eventually,
was gonna
talking with Scrag. So go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, while you're all explaining this, Creek is also drinking coffee and just zoning out. This for context, but yeah, go for it. Keep going.
Well, eventually, actually talking with Scrag, maybe will say, actually talking with you has helped me, settle my nerves a little bit. I'm still picking that one, but I feel better about most of what we're doing. And then he'll wait for, and I guess we'll wait unless anybody else said anything. Pickles is down to wait for Nash to return and for Vaz to show up.
Yeah.
Screg is going to ask a question. He says, "Do you have anything that lets you talk to animals?"
I don't. That's not really in. Huh. Yeah, it's not really been something that I've had had in my kind of purview,
Repertoire?
really. No, I mean that's something. That's more natural magic. I don't. I mean, I can sort of talk to Bastard, but I don't really have that kind of I don't really have that kind of abilities. At least right now, I should actually check a look and see if there's anything like that. I'm sure there's something, but it probably would end up being more telepathic stuff than actually talking to animals. Talking to
Screg is
animals
just
itself. Good, sorry.
going off of what he's most familiar with. Back in the village, there were quite a few druids, actually. That's why Screg is not freaked out by your magic. It is very familiar to Screg for the most part.
Well, the thing about druidic magic is that's actually kind of a different school. Because the stuff that I do is very. I mean, you can tell it's very like. There's a lot of. It's
yes,
a lot
you're
of
more of a learned
math-based.
individual. You're not really tapping into the nature.
Well, it's not even.
wave.
I wouldn't. I don't want to put down any of the druids in your village. Like I'm not more learned. It's just this is the way that my magic interfaces with the world around me.
Well,
Druids.
You read. They read the nature like you read the books.
That's a good way of putting it, actually.
Thank you.
But
My
yeah,
grandma's a
that's
druid.
something that like to get into that would require years of study. If I'd wanted to have done that kind of stuff, that I would have needed to start with that. But I picked up this kind of thing.
Well, you're pretty good at it, so keep it up.
Thanks, Greg.
No problem.
And then from there, Pickles is pretty good to wait.
Yeah. And speaking of Vaz, I see you've headed off to the theater. Oh goodness. I think something.
It's a little robot-y on your side, Sarah.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, is that better?
That's better. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Much better.
I think I have the wrong setting on my mic.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's at the theater, just helping out, like Hermes and Carolina and Ivanko. It's something she's done back at home whenever they have shows. So it's something that they're familiar with her stopping by, like opening day and helping out behind the scenes where she can, carrying things, etc.
Yeah. And so you start doing stuff like that, and then you do clock immediately that there is a lawkeeper woman here. I don't remember if you were there when the party met this woman, but this is Marla Johannes, and she has like this straw hair that is just like kind of thinning. It's thin hair that just kind of flops down awkwardly. She has like thin features, a sharp nose, and she's got like these blue diamonds embedded in her cheek that remind you a lot of the Imperials that you have met, Pavo and Lucius. And she is kind of with a small group of lawkeepers, and she's ordering them around. And Ivan like comes up to you and goes, "She's making everybody nervous."
Well, the lawkeepers are here to help out. I promise they're not here to get anybody on any sort of technicality.
And whoop. Hello.
Oh.
The
Did
music.
you lose me?
The music was cutting out.
Oh, oops.
I don't know if that was on my end or if everything was collapsing. But no, music's just cutting in and out. Cool.
I have Suncraft on mute.
Fair enough. Let me just head over to the bot channel and see if I can fix this. Maybe change the playlist. Let's go with... There we go. Anyways, yes. As we were saying, yes, they're making everybody
Hello,
nervous.
Tim Allen.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, never mind.
And yeah, the lawkeeper woman, Johanna, she comes over towards you and Ivan and goes, "They should be nervous. A threat on the life of their star has been made. I suggest we cancel the performance, honestly, until the culprit has been arrested." And Ivan goes, "Absolutely not. No, show must go on." And you hear Carolina at this point kind of wanders and he goes, "Yes, it's just simply ridiculous. If I let such a small thing stop me, how can I call myself a performer?" And Johannes just kind of like scratches her hair and goes, "You people, I just don't understand any of this. But I will make do with what we've got, but honestly, you all should be nervous." And she stomps off. "You, make sure to guard the front. You, make sure to guard the back. I will be checking out this way."
Vaz will stand.
Yep,
Go ahead.
yep, you can go.
I was gonna say Vaz is just gonna stand there for a second while Johannes walks off, and then she'll just lean over to Ivan and go, "There's nothing to worry about. With them here, and with us, and with a couple of friends of ours that we've asked to help out, nothing will happen. I promise. I swear."
See, I trust you. I trust you over her.
That's very comforting, thank you.
She must be Imperial. They're always so up their butts. Everything's end of the world all the time.
It's impossible to live like that. You'll never get anywhere.
Exactly. We all know bad things happen. You just got to suck it up and go on. It's the way of Udria. We've always been this way.
And Vaz will just sort of nod in a very like, "Yeah, you're speaking the truth there, brother," sort of way.
Yep. But yes, that is the general state of affairs there, is that the lawkeepers are kind of getting in the way, but the troop is making do the best they can.
Bless him. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. So yes, the morning goes on.
When we definitely want to wait for Nash, and then definitely yeah, unless if did Nash have anything you wanted to say? Because if not, I figured we could just go over to the theater, but I don't want to step on Shelby's toes with that.
Nah, I think Nash should be fine with that, other than, kind of reiterating what the plan is, but I figure we're going to be working on that as we get to the theater, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I figure we maybe head there, and since Vaz hasn't shown up yet, I figure we just would probably assume Vaz is over there already.
Yeah. You make your way over there, and you see similar kind of vibes in that there are lawkeepers here, but not a ton. It's basically whoever Dixon could spare. With Johannes kind of like stomping around and barking orders.
Hello.
And the performance is in the evening, right?
Yes. So it
Okay.
is like about midday now. In fact, people are probably going to start breaking for lunch in like probably an hour.
Okay. Can we do a? Well, I guess actually, Shelves, you mentioned we should go over the plan on our way over. Because I think did we float the idea of having one of us backstage? I can't remember if we floated that idea.
Right.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what your plan is, so I would love to hear it.
I think we had floated the idea of somebody being backstage, having somebody to watch Katarina just in case, even though we've pretty much, I don't want to say proven, but we're fairly confident that the threat was empty still, just in case, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Screg can be backstage. Unless someone more subtle wants to be backstage.
Vaz was gonna volunteer.
Vaz, you should
Yeah.
probably be the one backstage.
I'm good with Vaz being backstage. Could one of us also be backstage for backup, maybe?
I was thinking of actually having Bastard go. Oh no. When would you lose that, Shelves?
Oh, oops. I was gonna say Vaz volunteered to stay backstage.
I'm sorry, y'all, that all cut out again. Did what happened after Screg said he could stay backstage
Oh.
unless someone more subtle?
Vaz volunteered.
Okay, that's all I needed.
That's all
I
you
just
meant. Yeah,
literally,
that's
as he was
Vaz
saying
more
that,
subtle.
That was missed.
everybody went silent for me.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Everything's just cutting out like that.
Everybody's internet
Everyone was just
needs
really
to-
like,
needs
"Are
to
you
chill."
sure, Screg?"
Yeah.
You're
Oh
good.
yeah. Pickles was gonna suggest that Bastard go with Vaz backstage so that Bastard can alert Pickles if something happens.
Capital idea.
Very good. Mhm.
Although, and then I think somebody mentioned. I think Katie mentioned asking if we wanted to have somebody else backstage as well.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
backup. I wouldn't hate that. It depends on
Mhm.
Because I don't think that there's much better for there's because Katarina knows our faces. We
Yeah.
know that, correct?
Yeah, she knows you all. She met you.
Shelves, can you? I want to make sure Shelves didn't. We didn't cut
Yeah,
off Shelves,
I can
Okay.
hear.
Yeah. So, I don't think we're gonna get away with having us spread around. I think that would be probably a pretty, especially with how conspicuous we all are as a rule.
Yeah.
We probably are not going to get away with having people posted in different places, so probably our best bet would be for the rest of us who aren't backstage to just kind of be together, as though we're just seeing the theater.
Screg
like
is gonna
that,
look
yeah.
over at Nash and be like, "You would be a really good stagehand."
I was actually going to suggest that the audience might be the best place for me because if as the show is going on, lights will be off in the house, which will make it a bit easier if I do need to move about.
That's true. Yeah.
To be clear, that was not related to the plan. That was just an observation.
I shall keep it in mind.
Giving opinions.
Because stagehands were all black.
Oh yeah, like the whole yeah.
Kabuki theater.
Yeah. I was gonna have Vaz use her hat of disguise to give herself a little black ensemble.
Oh, cute.
Nice.
Amazing. I love that.
Here for it.
Love it.
Okay. So yeah, I guess apart from that, I unless we think that she knows that we're onto her. No.
No.
Let us know when your back shows. We will
Oh,
wait
I'm
for you.
back. I'm back.
Okay.
It,
It is all
literally,
good.
you went let's and then nothing.
Yeah. Shit.
I was gonna say unless we think that she knows we're onto her. I think the I think the are like we don't really have unless that's the case, we don't really have an option apart from having everybody else just out in the front. Do we think that we want a second person in the back?
How good are our seats? Like, how long would it take to get to the front if something
That's a good
bad
question.
happened?
True.
Screg can spring for the box seats, but
I think we already bought
Oh.
tickets, didn't we?
Yeah, you guys
Finna
bought
be in the
tickets. I'm
pit.
just trying to remember where you guys got
I don't
seats.
remember.
I don't think it was the most expensive ones.
Yeah. let
In
me
the
see if I-
pit.
The box might be a bit harder for some of us to get out of, for the ones not prone to jumping from it.
I could do another flip.
Yeah,
Unless that's the plan, I can certainly try.
I believe all the box seats were already like called for.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the subscription package ones that you have to buy.
The season passes,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Screg likes the theater, but Screg doesn't like the theater that much. These prices.
Yeah, it's a little expensive. Yeah, I think you guys got like whatever the mid-range tickets were.
Yeah.
I did not re-listen to that episode.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelter's audio.
I'm back.
Shit.
I'm back.
Okay.
It's
Yay.
just every so often, like, everything just, like, cuts out total silence for a little bit. And then
So weird.
it just pops back in. I don't know.
It is
Like, I know my
weird.
signal out here is not always great, but this is the first time it has ever done this specifically to me.
You're totally good.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
no
Discord's
worries.
being-
Like we're I'm totally down to wait.
yeah.
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 No
It's frustrating,
rush.
but nothing you can do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think when did you lose us?
Just now, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just now. I don't even know. Like, what were y'all talking about, like, just now?
We're
When
just
it-
trying
when-
to figure out where our seats are.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We said the boxes were season pass things, and then I missed whatever happened after that.
Yeah.
Leanne said that she thought that we got like mid-range seats,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
which sounds about right. I think.
Yeah.
Is that like just
We're
kind of
pretty
in the
mid.
middle? I
Yeah.
guess? Or we're mid? Yeah. We're mid.
Yeah. Because
Aggressively mid.
like I had a whole list of them, and I think I came up with all the prices on the spot because I don't have anything written down.
What
Fair.
if we? Okay,
This was
Thought.
like a month ago in real time, so like.
Mhm.
you're all good.
Yeah.
What if
Thought?
we get in there? We just have one person. We just have Vaz in the background, and then depending on where Katarina is, if she's down in like in the mess with us, like in the mid seats, we keep all four people out there. If she's like up in a box or something like that, we send somebody to the back.
Wait, are you talking about Catalina or?
Yeah,
Eden?
no,
I was like,
no, yeah, sorry, Eden, not yeah, Eden, not.
Yeah, I was like,
oh, okay,
Catalina's on
gotcha.
the
I was like,
stage.
she's in the.
Yeah, Carolina's on the stage.
Carolina. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I've messed up her own
I'm
name, and
confused.
I named her. So
I think I
yes.
called her Katarina earlier. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
But yeah, depending on
Yes,
where
yes.
depending on where Eden is, how does that sound?
Yeah.
Like we keep all four of us out here and then just send somebody to the back, depending.
Yeah. I'm done with being in the crowd too.
Yeah, we might need to sort of think on the fly in the moment, but
For sure.
you know, whoever can make it to the back easiest. Like I mean, Pickles also mentioned like he also has an option like with test form, like he could very sneakily head to the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and Carolina has Carolina's on the stage. We're going to be watching for her. Baz is in the back, with Bastard. Ooh, Gertie. What do we do for Gertie? Is Gertie going to have to stay outside?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Birdie's
I
an
hope
esteemed
not.
Guest.
Yeah, I'll get a ticket for Gertie if I need to.
Seeing Eye Raptor.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Lord.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Yeah.
have. I hope Shelb didn't cut up.
No, I'm here.
Okay. I don't know if we have anything else really in our plan apart from just kind of respond to, like, we know where the threats are probably coming from.
Mm-hmm. All we can do is react, pretty much.
Yeah, I think
would
of,
also suggest just keeping an eye out for anyone who seems suspicious, so that way we're not purely in reactionary mode.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think of the people in the front of house, I think Nash and Pickles are probably the people that I would say have the best chance of getting to the back, or like moving around if need be. I like the idea of having Scrag be just our guy, on the floor, just there
Watching the
and
play.
yeah. Well, plus having our two rangers be the ones doing perception and recon makes a lot of sense. I mean, while
Yeah.
Nash and Pickles can do
Mm-hmm.
any individual investigation and poking our noses into things and not getting them cut off.
Good, we can't
Yes.
because I promised.
I guess Pickles will also ask Vaz, is there anybody else that we should probably worry about keeping tabs on, keeping an eye on to make sure, anybody else who could potentially be targeted apart from Carolina that we would have to worry about? Well, apart from Eden, because Eden is the person who we think there will be an attempted Moida. She's I think the focal of a lot of business happening tonight. Carolina is a red herring.
I think most everyone should be on stage, with the exception of maybe Ivanko.
Okay.
Are we okay? I just need some clarification here because the plans have shifted a little bit here and there, especially with the threat against Carolina. Are we still trying to get Eden ourselves here? Like, obviously not do a murder, but are we trying to do a capture?
I think.
Mm.
Because I thought that was. I thought, again, before there was the threat against Carolina, I thought that was the original goal of this is where we knew we would be able to find Eden to get her.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, and things started sort of spiral from there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
I have some tools that can help us with that. Like, I'm prepared for doing that. So I think we should still make that a goal. Like make that the goal rather.
Should one of us have tabs on Eden?
Well, I mean, obviously, if
Maybe.
we're all on the floor, like we want to be all like. Look, the implication is anybody who's on the floor in the front of the house watching is going to be watching for Eden, for people who are suspicious, like Vaz said, anything like that.
Okay,
You
got it.
So then I guess.
Okay, then here's another point that I think we need to address. So, Eden faked the assassination threat on Carolina in order to take attention off of herself. She has it brought in more of the law so that they would be protecting Carolina and paying attention to her while also dissuading anyone from trying anything untoward towards anybody, but including to Eden. Eden also knows that the law is after her. That's... Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh. Internet.
We heard everything from you up until
Yeah.
then.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just got back in. What? How far did y'all hear of what I said?
We heard
All of
we heard
it.
everything we heard everything,
Oh.
so you were good there.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
good, good, good. All right. So she intentionally brought more law here, even though the law is also after her, which is part of where we come in, where we're trying to, do the thing we do when we step in and do what the law can't. Anyway, so suffice to say from all of this, through all of our plans of keeping an eye on Eden, how will we know where Eden is? I don't think she's just going to waltz in here as herself.
Right.
Wait, does Gertie have any... I'm gonna ask... Wait, I can talk to Gertie. Does Gertie remember how Eden smells?
I think she was down investigating on the floor during then, so possibly.
Yeah, and
Gertie,
she has imprecise scent, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I believe she does. So Scragg's gonna crouch down and be like, Gertie, do you remember how the spooky witch lady smells?
I don't know any spooky witch lady. What you talking
Spooky,
about?
Can someone
spooky
draw a
pirate lady.
picture?
Spooky pirate lady.
Oh, pirate lady. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I know who she is. Yes.
I just imagine that was canon with Scrag and Naj and Gertie.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I got her mixed up with Evis Blackthorn. I apologize.
Yeah.
No
I
worries.
did both give them both E names.
It's fine.
But yeah, Eden bad, Ibis debatable. Neutral.
Morally icky.
Kind of neutral, but morally, yeah.
Yep.
Sauce. That's the alignment.
You know, yeah.
I still like her.
She's
though.
just doing her own thing. She's not doing anything illegal.
Scent imprecise.
Fine, it's fine.
I know I would have to roll for it.
Yeah, imprecise scent 30 feet.
So yeah, she'd have to be within 30 feet of her.
That's pretty
Got it.
good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Especially if she's gonna... So, can Gertie maybe, be checking people at the entrance?
I don't know if that's gonna... I
don't-
would probably think it would be better to do it in the middle of, while we're in there.
Yeah. Like we can have Gertie sneak around through the crowd and
Yeah,
just
'cause
kinda-
if I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Go for it. No, I'm done.
I was just gonna say that it would be better to do stuff once we actually get her in the theater and not set up things to dissuade her from coming at all, because if Eden doesn't show up to the theater, then we've done it for nothing.
Yeah,
This-
this is true.
C'est vraiment.
In that vein, we probably want to actually only get into our seats, right before the performance starts, I think. Because she could easily walk in, see us in there, and fucking bounce.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Be like, I'm not staying here. Peace.
But yeah,
Mhm.
maybe having Greg and Gertie in the main seats, just and I don't think Gertie even needs to be hunting. Just occasionally, if you can probably
Occasionally
set up,
walking through the crowd.
not even walking through the town, just chilling there, and then if Gertie gets a ping of Ede more,
Yeah.
we can start looking around.
Doing a sniff.
All right, this is actually a good plan. This is quite a good plan, I think.
Well,
Solid.
I think
yeah.
there's a second part, which I don't want to step on Shelby's toes, but I assume the second part of that is, okay, we find her.
Now what? Yeah.
Yeah, now what?
Now what?
We can't.
I
Something
just
is
I just
something-
wanted to
something we
point out
did.
that finding her was gonna take a little bit more than I think we thought. But yeah, now once we find her, what do?
Well,
What do?
I
I'm
think
gonna be the one who encounters her first, and it's probably a good thing that me and Creek will be the first ones to confront her.
Well, I don't think we want you to confront her. I think we want you to
Yeah,
confirm
yeah,
her
of course.
location.
Just confirm. Yeah. And then.
Yeah. get that information to Pickles or Nash, because I think the two of us can then communicate that to Vaz.
Yes.
Or however we're gonna do. Once we found her, I'm banking. This might be a weird call shot. I think it is unlikely that she is just going to be on the floor. I think she's. I'm betting on she likely could be in the boxies. If she's not, we can adjust. But I think that is probably something that's good to bank on as a possibility. As far as what to do.
I think that is a safe enough bet for someone who apparently likes the theater so much that she would set all of this up instead of simply not going.
Yeah.
This is someone who has the season tickets and is getting their money out of them.
This is a messy bitch who loves drama. Did I say that right, Vaz?
You did. And also, it's a good show. Amaze is in it.
Of course.
I have a weird suggestion. If we find her, all things considered, if we find her, at that point, she's rumbled. The worst scenario for, I think, everybody involved is a fight breaks out. For Eden, for us, for the play. For everything. I don't know if it's safe to bank on Eden caring more about the play than raising a stink. I think that I could see her saying, "All right, fuck it, and we'll do a fight." But I wonder whether it's not a terrible idea to just approach her and inform her that we found her. Because the other people going after her are going after her to kill. So at the end of the day, like, with that being the scenario, we're her best out in that scenario. Apart from burning everything down.
If anyone captures Ebis, then or anyone confronts Ebis or speaks to Ebis, then she is going to bail or try to kill one of us.
Eden.
Fuck, sorry.
Okay.
Right. I agree that we are. We're. I don't want to say least threatening to her because we're not the ones trying to kill her. However, we are the ones trying to get her arrested. And so I suppose my next question is, how do we then get to those ends?
Scrag shrugs.
I think genuinely if she runs out of the theater, that's when I think is our best. If she flees, I think that's our best option. Then is to go and initiate combat. But I think up until that point, do we just let the play run its course and then tail her afterwards?
I mean, we're in a what is this? A building. I'm sorry, I completely forgot the word. We're in a building with lawkeepers. Why can't we just surreptitiously tell one of them that we've found Eden?
You wouldn't mind the bag?
That would actually probably work just fine. Yeah.
Yes, and then be prepared and on guard if she, does not take that confrontation well.
Yeah, and because Gertie has the scent, and Gertie is the fastest thing that would probably fit in a theater of that size, I don't think that Eden's going to be able to get away from us.
It's also worth mentioning that with that being the case, Eden will probably, even if Eden realizes that we found her, Eden, with how fast Gertie is, Eden will not be able to get out of there before we alert a lawkeeper.
Yeah.
Question, do we all do we all converge on her position, or once we found her, or do we have someone waiting at any of the exits potentially? Oh no.
What was that? I think I just missed like the last thing you said.
My question was, do we all converge on her position once we found her and alerted the lawkeepers, or do we have some of us converge on her and others like watch exits?
Right.
I think it would be good to both watch exits and to keep an eye on, you know, Carolina, Hermes, any of the others who may have been threatened, just in case she did have a contingency plan of making good on threats.
Good point.
And
So-
Screg will be chasing her directly with Gertie.
I definitely think that Screg is our best point man as far as if we get into a chase, keeping tabs on her.
Mm-hmm.
Vaz watching backstage makes sense. Do we want to have Creek watching the play from the front, keeping an eye on the main room while we're doing the rest of the stuff?
I could do that.
Screg does not hate this plan. It's quite good.
And then I guess Nash and I, unless, well, I wonder whether we better have Nash watching the play, because I think Pickles being a runner makes sense. That Pickles being a runner makes sense because we have Bastard. He can communicate with Vaz.
I do again have more freedom to move around in the house once the lights are out.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you think that you want to be moving around, telling people moving around freely. We'll have Creek posting sentry, Screg on the hunt, as it were, and Vaz watching from the backstage, making sure everything's okay.
Is Creek able to get like a high up seat?
No, I don't think so. I think the box seats are the only option there, because we don't have 2 layers, right? It's just like the floor and the box seats.
Yeah, there's like floor box seats and like further back.
Screg is unsure if this would actually do much, but it would be cool to have Creek be like pew from the sky.
Oh, from up
Regardless of what I may have said before, because I do not remember what I said before, the map that I have has floor seats, slightly further back, and then box seats.
Yeah, there's no like mezzanine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
No, yeah, I think at this point, like it'd be too late to go for that at this point anyway, because we've only got the one set of seats on the floor of the play.
Yeah.
Do we want to scout the location so we know? Well, no, we have before. We've been around here. We know
Yeah.
the layout because we helped them do some prep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, like, if you physically, the players want to see it, you need to give me like 2 seconds to clear up the map.
Yeah.
But the characters have seen it.
Other important question: is everybody okay for moving around in the dark? Is anybody not okay?
Good.
I think
I
I
got
have.
Like as far as seeing things.
I don't think Screg has dark vision.
Really?
Gertie thing. I think Gertie does.
Gertie
so-
has low light vision. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
No, wait,
have
does
low
Screg
light.
have? I'm
Not
just
dark,
checking.
dark, right?
It'd be so fucked up if I did not have dark vision.
Yeah.
It would.
That'd be funny.
I'm not seeing an census for lizard folk. Dang.
How does Screg see underwater then? He like breathes there.
You can breathe underwater. You don't have to be able to see underwater to breathe.
You don't go that far down, that's how.
I guess.
Second eyelid. Like a cat.
Oh, that's cool though. Second eyelid. I'm here for that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah,
I mean, if
you-
Screg has Gertie,
If you want to see the map, this is...
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
let's see the map.
Yeah, if it will activate.
it's the map, it's the map, it's
It
the
may
map.
take a
it's the map,
second
It's the map, it's the
to-
map.
Yep.
Plus,
it's
this will
the
also
map,
let us
it's
place
the
ourselves.
map, it's the
Yeah.
map.
Yes.
All right.
At least
9:50.
make yourself so you know the plan of attack, at least.
Yeah.
Because I think as you guys are like all discussing this, Hermes and Carolina are just running through their lines a few more times, but everybody else is starting to like break, go get some lunch.
Yeah.
Baz is sitting on the edge of the stage.
Nice.
I'm gonna do a quick reload because I think the image behind did not load for me.
Oh, can you not see the
Okay.
map? If you can't see the map, let me know.
Yeah, let me take
I
a
can
quick
see.
check.
You
I'm
can see?
reloading. I'm actually totally down, by the way, for this to just be like like a planning session for this.
Yeah.
I'm way into that.
Did that
Great,
fix it
then
for
take a
you?
seat.
Give me a sec. I'm loading back in. Especially because several people have pointed out things that I had not thought about before this.
Yeah, I had not put on any walls, so I just turned off token vision.
I cannot see the map.
Great.
no.
Do you want to come? I can see
Oh,
it, Ian. Do you want to come in the front
This
row
is
with me?
so cool. I love this map.
It's a good
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, give me a sec so I can just
It's
get
gonna
like
be
an
fun.
idea.
I
I'm
got
gonna
it
go-
from
Yeah.
Che Peku. It's brought to you. No, it's not brought to you. Che Peku could sponsor me, but they don't because we only have.
Yeah, BRB. I'm gonna
Nobody
go chill
watches
with Sarah for a sec.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay. At least everybody else can see it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see
I was
Scrag
gonna-
doesn't want to sit by me. I see.
Well, we
Oh,
have to spread
rude.
out strategically.
So yeah, this front
Scrag
area
would love
here.
to sit by you, but we
man.
have to be strategic.
But yeah, this area front here is where the
Orchestra.
The orchestra pit. Yeah.
So here's the
Yeah.
the front. So
I'm actually gonna go investigate that. Actually.
yeah.
Scrag is gonna hide out there with his tuba that he totally is
Yeah.
at this whole time.
But I
Incredible.
suspect where you guys will be seated is this back area here. Not the furthest back, but
Okay.
the like this area that's kind of like a little bit higher.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, that's probably the most perfect place.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
cool. The
Basically,
creek's gonna...
pick a row
go
there, and that's where you guys are sitting.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
not decided.
the top left row.
Yeah. So like where Creek is sitting is pretty close to where you guys would be. So
Nice.
you can claim that row.
This row is mine. This is my row. No one can have this. Yeah, go for it, Nash.
I was just gonna say, Nash is gonna ask Vaz, do they travel with their own musicians, or do they work with the ones of the city?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vaz, you would know that they travel with their own orchestra. Then they are actually probably down there running through their lines, while at this point breaking for lunch. So they've like put down their instruments and start heading off.
Yes, it's the Udrian. It's an Udrian orchestra, so they're part of the house.
Okay, good. Just wanted to know if this was another area we should watch out for, but they should all be people they're familiar with then. Someone else would stand out, one would think.
Yeah, so this is the basic lay of the land. The only other thing that you would notice that wouldn't be on this map is, of course, there's a giant chandelier up above. That is not on the map, but let's pretend there's a giant chandelier there.
Scrag want to swing on the chandelier.
Shh, don't spoil
No,
it.
it's great.
Exactly.
I don't have any
Just like big
plans.
chandelier. That girl's gonna fall down.
Oh. Actually,
wait.
yes. Can we have that checked for like stability? Like, if they get like a contractor in here? I'm dead serious. That's not a joke. That's a good thing to check. Actually, I think.
Don't worry about it.
That's not reassuring, Leanne.
Don't worry about
Leanne said no.
it.
Can we get like Mike Dungeon right in here?
No.
Just the immediate. Don't worry about it. Fine. No
Okay,
problem, dude.
jeez. Fine.
I was gonna say, can I investigate the area where our seats are?
Yeah.
Kind of give a good.
Roll me
look
that
about in the
perception check.
Of course.
Ooh.
Not good.
The seats are very comfortable. And as you like
Oh,
sit
hell
down
yeah.
and you like start looking around, you kind of get distracted by the set on the stage. As you look out over
That's fair.
on the stage, you see those crystals again that they were kind of like carting around. There seems to be like a split down the middle of the sceneries. Part of it looks like a beautiful like almost Grecian look with like pillars and columns, but with the crystals there, and then you can see like a starlit sky behind it. And then the other half is like cold, sharp angles, kind of like nasty looking, but there is no starlit sky behind it. There's like a blazing sun.
Aww. Okay, yeah, Creek is distracted.
Yeah, especially on the side with like the Grecian columns and the starlit sky, you get this like hint of nostalgia that you can't place.
Creek is gonna write that down and just kind of do a quick sketch of those columns.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Creek, more like Greek.
You got it.
Thank you, I'll be here all week.
But yeah, it's pretty clear that like these two halves of the set are meant to be like different areas for them to interact with.
Neat.
Sorry, I was typing stuff, and I was muted
good.
when I was typing stuff.
Nice.
He's not letting me see, but I've seen it on Sarah's side, so I can
That's-
picture it in my mind.
That's super weird. I'm sorry, bud.
You got it in your mind's eye?
Boundary boo.
It's configuration.
Is there anybody? There's nobody up in the boxes yet, right? Because
Yeah.
it's way too early.
It's too early. Nobody's here yet.
Can Nash go snooping up there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, important question while Nash is doing that. Time wise, how long would you say it would probably take to get from our seats to the boxes? Because I can't remember if I saw them on the map.
Yeah, you would have to like exit out of the main area and like loop around.
Thank you, Sarah.
So it'd be at least a few minutes.
Okay.
Having a lot of fun planning this, actually.
Yeah, I'm way into it.
Yeah.
Nash
area.
is gonna investigate the boxes to see, since these are, our season pass holders and it's typically gonna be the same people using them, if there are any signs or indications of their regular attendees.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. So in the box you're in, you see that it's pretty neat there, pretty tidy. You do spot that there's like a little table up here, and in the drawer you find like a box of cigars.
Okay.
Are we in no
What?
smoking or smoking?
I mean,
About- This one.
this one, you walk in and you see another like little table, and you open it up, and this one has like a bag of raisins in it.
Or
You.
Snacks.
We are not telling Creek about that.
She would eat it. Yeah, so.
And then this one is the largest of the boxes that you've seen. There are also tables. Nothing like particularly stands out here, but you do see like on the far corner here, where this seat is, where the balcony is, there seems to be like scuff marks where on the edge, and you can like deduce that somebody sticks their feet up here.
That's not cool.
Well, man.
Someone has to clean that shit.
Yeah, but as you also look around, you notice there are 5 seats here, and each of the seats has a symbol from each of the guilds that you've seen.
Yeah, this is this. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was gonna ask, like, is it specifically these 5 seats? Because yeah, this is the 5 wins here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So that wouldn't be Eden.
No.
No.
Where the scuff marks are, you look. That is the Horizon Walkers Guild. Vera Sartori sits here.
Vera.
Yeah, that tracks. No, not that one. I'm gonna go back to the cigar one
Yeah.
and make a proper. Let's do an investigate. Let me see.
Yeah.
Like us, Greg's just chilling this whole time.
That would be perception.
Yeah.
Is this a lead?
Sometimes. It would be. So let me hang on. Because
I
she
think that's
is
a
one of
lead.
my 2 leads. Well, I mean, I'm pursuing Okay, I have multiple leads. I have like 20 in my notebook. I can only pursue 2 at a time, though. And she is one of them. Let me double check so I'm not lying. Yes, my 2 leads in pursuit right now are Silence's Edge and Eden Moore. So, let's see here. Give me 1 second, please.
I'm just terrible with names recently. For some reason, I thought her last name was Morn.
Oh.
That would be very metal if
Yeah.
it was, though.
I went with more because it's like sea themed, river rats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
clever.
get it.
Okay, I was just double checking that it's a +1. Okay, so let me. Where was my pop up? Where it was supposed to give me a pop up so I could whatever.
Oh no.
It's an 18. It's an 18. When I don't, maybe it doesn't for perception. I'm just misremembering. But usually when I click on things to roll, it gives me a pop up and then like an additional button to roll it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just go put my +1 on there, and it didn't let me. So
Weird.
18.
Yeah, it is supposed to pop up with the other something funky. is
Yeah.
happening. But
I
yeah,
don't know, but yeah, 18.
Yeah, 18. You poke around and you pull out that drawer again with the cigars, and then you like feel around under the drawer and realize there's a false bottom there.
Mm-hmm.
And you open that up and you see that there is a dagger in there with like waves paint like engraved on the hilt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
If Nash were to point this out to us, Pickles would like to check that for magic.
Oh yeah, he's gonna leave it where it is for now, and he'll go let the others know, hey, that is the box we should keep an eye on. Right there.
Yeah, can I actually just
Agreed.
do a check for magic on that whole box, just to fucking
Yeah.
which one? Yeah, I think this is the emanation. No, that's not the emanation. The emanation is the detect magic. Yeah. Detect magic on that whole fucking area.
Yeah. So yeah, that dagger does ping as magical.
Okay.
Nothing
Okay,
else.
it's just occurred- Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
nothing
continue.
else in there seems to ping magical. Just that dagger.
Gotcha. Okay.
It has occurred to me just now that given that they have stockpiled a bunch of literal dinosaurs, we should probably check the premises for, like, dinosaurs. Or maybe, like...
I don't-
Like, I'm just...
I don't think they've been stockpiling them, they've been selling them.
Okay, well, my worry is that, like, Ebus Blackthorn has dinosaurs,
No,
right?
Eden.
Eden more.
Eat it! Fuck!
Have records of her selling them.
Yeah, Olympia
Yeah,
was
I'm-
the one who had dinosaurs.
Yeah, Olympia was
Yeah.
keeping them.
I'm not too
My
sure. Yeah, I
apologies.
think you're
Okay.
good. I think she was just selling them, not keeping I don't.
I'm
think
just
she will.
worried, what if she shows up with a Triceratops or something?
Fair, very fair.
Also, Screg
Well-
feels like Screg has not been helping as much as he could be.
Yeah, as you say that, I think Johannes walks by and stares at you and goes, "We would not let a Triceratops in. That's ridiculous.
What about a Velociraptor? And then I'm gonna point at Gertie.
That's an animal. I don't think you should be allowed to let that in either.
It's my emotional support animal.
I don't care."
Oh,
Please?
Well,
Nash was about to make a terrible joke, but never mind. He's lost his opportunity.
You can make it. I'm sure it'll be great.
Prior to it, I was gonna say it would have had to have happened prior to Screg calling Gertie his emotional support animal.
go for it. I want to hear.
me
Yeah.
too.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it would have had to happen prior to Screg calling Gertie his emotional support animal. But if Johann had pointed to her and just said, "That is an animal, she can't be in here," Nash would have gone, "That's no way to speak to his child."
That's good.
Adorable. That is very funny, though.
Then if
Oh,
it's a
let's
child,
wait
you
for
should put
Scrag,
some pants
Johannes.
on it. Gotta put some pants on it.
Baby. It's just a baby.
No.
My sweet little bean.
No.
If it is an
Okay, but,
animal,
we
then you
don't
need
have-
to have actual documentation for that kind of thing. If it's
I
emotional,
have the documentation. I got it from the Horizon Walkers Guild.
that is for battling in the city.
I
Not
also have a bodyguard license.
what?
I'm a bodyguard. That's the Horizon Walkers thing.
No,
I
they're
can do bodyguard
campaigners.
stuff.
There is no such thing as a bodyguard.
Well, how do I get
license.
certified as a bodyguard?
You don't?
Well, then how do I bring in my animal?
I'm choosing to believe that Screg is doing this, and it is just delaying and bothering Johannes.
She's just
Yeah.
more annoyed with each question.
So
Meanwhile,
let's
Vaz is
say-
just ushering Bastard behind her so that he can't see the badger.
Yep.
So let's say it's Tuesday, and
It's not. Actually, it is. It is literally Tuesday. What about it?
and let's say on that Tuesday, hypothetically,
Well, while that's going on, do we have anything else to
yeah,
To
Shrek's
investigate.
just stalling. Sorry.
I don't. Do we? If we figure we know which box is hers, do we want to post someone after it starts? Do we want to have Nash maybe get up near the box, like not obviously in it, but like outside of the upper areas?
Yeah, maybe.
Would that be too risky, or are you?
Nasty.
Oh, I think no. T-shirts cut out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hang on.
Oh,
There we go. You're back.
Oh, I'm
oh.
I'm back. Okay, where did you say Nash needed to be?
I wondered if it would be good for Nash to be like outside of the boxes on the upper level after everything starts. Would that make sense?
He could. It would be a lot more conspicuous. He'd have a lot harder time hiding.
That's true. Because I imagine there's lights outside of like
Mhm.
there's lights and stuff. Okay, yeah.
He could perch on the edge like a gargoyle. That is always an option.
Actually, a gargoyle is only if it's spitting water. It would be a grotesque otherwise.
You're exactly right. He could be a grotesque.
It's literally it's only champagne if it's from the Sparkling. It's from the
Somebody's been
Champagne region of Gargoyle.
somebody's been playing Twisted Wonderland. I see.
You know, you'd think I'd be current, but I'm not. Okay. So yeah,
Nash
that's
will,
probably...
Nash will climb up to the box and just kind of like be sitting on the railing with his legs dangling. How's this?
Yes.
You know, it was a good idea in my head, but
Yeah, Nash sticks out like a sore thumb against everything.
Mm-hmm. I have terrible news. The darkness would not help. It actually lessens the effect on me, but then I am simply a man.
Behold.
We're just normal men. We're
I
just
would look-
innocent men.
I'm just Guy.
no, Sheldon, I think you cut out. No.
Oh no.
Come back to our shows.
Come back, shelves. Please.
Where can my Shelbus be?
Am I back?
Yes,
Yes.
there you are.
Yay.
Okay, I was just laughing. You didn't miss anything, that's all.
Good.
It's been a funny
Very
episode.
good.
It's been a look. Some of the episodes are funny. Some of the episodes we get a lot of shit done. We're doing both this episode. We're on the ball.
We're being silly and getting stuff done.
Yeah.
We're making plans so that our DM can spend the next 2 weeks thwarting them.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm keeping delicate notes. How do I mess this up? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I'm sure we'll figure it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out what Screg can do right now to help.
Well, right now he's still arguing with Johannes over her
Oh,
dirty.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, it's actually discriminatory. You know, it's actually against my religion.
Nash will go down and
That's
is like,
only like
excuse me,
20% bullshit.
excuse me, you agree that we should be helping to keep Katarina and the rest of the crew safe during the show, yes?
I suppose you are the ones that Lockhart mentioned, yes? Are you
Oh, good
here-
then. Gertie can stay. There you go, Screg. And then he's just gonna go right back to what
Yay.
he was doing.
She like puffs up and storms out at that point and starts yelling at one of the other lawkeepers to watch something else.
That's sick.
Okay.
As soon as go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna as soon as Johannes is out of earshot, Vaz is gonna shout from the stage, Ivanka was right, they are up their own ass.
Hermes like stops and looks at you and gives you a big toothy smile.
Aww.
They'll just grin right back at him.
Cute.
Like Hermes.
He's a sweetheart.
Chill.
Nash will actually ask Screg, do you think Gertie needs to come up to the box to freshen up on the scent she's looking for?
Her.
She's
Oh, that's a smell.
She scrambles up, starts sniffing the ground, then she lets it up.
Smells like tobacco. Don't like.
Yeah, Screg had to quit
That's-
smoking.
What?
Is bad for my brain. But do
And
smell.
for your lungs.
Do smell pirate lady. She smelled like tobacco and seaweed.
Yeah, it's good actually. It's good.
As
Good that
opposed
Gertie
to
has the
Screg,
scent.
who smells like thotzarella and seaweed.
Yeah. But this is like rotten seaweed.
Bleh.
Something's wrong with how she smells. I didn't say it before because we were busy. But she smells wrong, you know?
Wait, does she smell like the things in the crypt that you were afraid of at all?
Not quite. Not undead, but wrong.
Like the gremlins?
A little like the gremlins, but with the scent of salt.
The what?
Scent of salt. See,
Ah.
she smells like something that came out of the sea and rotted there a bit. I don't know.
Can I attempt to recall knowledge based off of that?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll relay that to the magical members of the party, because that seems very relevant.
Vaz would also like to do some sort of occult or something roll.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Scrag
I was gonna
grew
ask
up in
for
a
an
swamp.
occultism on that one.
Yeah.
Can I Scrag roll nature on that, maybe? I don't think that'll be as accurate, but...
Yeah. Definitely would have to roll higher on nature.
Okay.
I'm gonna Arcana on my own stuff.
15. So, Scrag is aware that this exists.
26
Well,
Give me-
from good old Pickles.
It depends.
Let me-
We're at level 3, so DC is higher.
Pickles just
What
got
were you
a
saying,
26,
Chelsea?
I'm on hero
apparently.
point.
Does this still count as pursuing my lead?
Yes.
Okay, then that's a 19.
So we got 19, Vaz
Nice.
rolled...
Oh, did you hear a point, Baz?
Yeah, I did, because we're not doing anything, and I rolled one less.
Yeah.
I can give you another hero
Aw.
point.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Vaz and Scrag, you're not... Nothing like this kind of pings in your head. Nash, you get, like, some inkling that something is definitely wrong with Eden, given that description. You're not quite sure what, but there is some, like, something off about her. Pickles, with your 26, you've
I have
heard...
approximate knowledge of many things.
You have approximate knowledge of many things. You've heard tales of, like,
That's
people making connections with different planes. You know that you have, like, a connection to the law realm. But you know that people that aren't even born from places like that can, like, forge a connection through happenstance. And often that, like, corrupts their smell somehow and grants them often some kind of powers.
Okay. So there's a potential she forged a connection of some kind with another plane.
Yeah.
just
Without
so,
actually, getting more knowledge from her, you're not sure if it's, like, with a
Wait,
person or
I have
with
planar
a
lore.
creature. You could roll planar lore, I guess.
May I roll planar lore?
Yeah.
May I say something? Like, because
Yeah, go for it,
I
sorry.
don't know if this counts as like helping you, but Scrag was born on like an island blessed by elemental dragon magics, so this sounds like it could be like the elemental plane of water or something. Is that something Scrag would have any inkling of?
I mean, if you could roll something, and you could make a, you got the argument, but do you have the associated skill?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like something that Scrag wouldn't be digging into.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Sorry, it kind of seems like something Scrag would what?
Would not dig into.
Yeah, true. It's just kind of how things are for Scrag. He hasn't really thought about it that hard.
Yeah. So yeah, with 24, you know that these kinds of connections could be made with the plane itself somehow, or with a creature that is from there.
Okay. Yeah, but that's probably not having interacted with any specific planes.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard
or
to...
any specific beings. Yeah.
Yeah, without actually talking to her, you probably wouldn't know any specifics, other than she probably has some kind of connection to the plane of water.
Okay. Gotcha.
It sounds like a little undiny. But I wouldn't... Sorry, Dan knows that, Scrag wouldn't. I apologize.
Yeah. And you don't even know if that's what that would be, really.
Yeah, there's lots of different guys in the various planes.
Yeah, that's Dan speculating. I apologize.
Okay. So, Pickles will relay that to the party. but unfortunately, I don't think that gives us much of a leg up one way or another because there's still a lot of unknowns. But it's definitely something to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's not just a fighter. Or a rogue, or whatever you think she might be.
Well, gang, looks like we've got a mystery on our hands.
Oh goody.
That's probably where she gets the nickname The Tempest from.
You know? That would do it.
River rat. Okay, yeah, this is all making a lot of sense now.
I'm positive that these are connections that Nash has made already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like something Nash would like figure out early and then be like, no, it couldn't be. But wait.
Honestly, he does that a lot. He gets inklings, but he's got a way to get, more actual information.
Yeah.
Which we have now. Yeah. Tempest, probably not a good nickname. Not for us, at least.
Nope.
I hope she's not a lightning witch.
Well, given that connections to the various planes, I think it's fair to say Pickles would know from his own experience, connections to various planes can affect your temperament, can affect how you are as a person, given his and Lockhart's way that they are.
Nash nods sagely.
That's why Pickles is like a little more even-keeled and... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Compared to other goblins. I only just got that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's also why he can see numbers in the air.
Yep.
He's like the math lady, like, all the time.
Yep.
It's like, unironically, that's part of the description of, like, stuff to do with his oracle curse. It's incredibly distracting. But given that someone's connection to a plane can affect their temperament, that sounds like the over-under on Eden going quietly it's gonna be a no, I think. Pickles will say, I think we're probably in for a fight one way or another. I think the plane doesn't really change, but I definitely think that we don't. The suggestion is not have the Lawkeepers storm her box, because that sounds like a good way to kill 4 to 5 Lawkeepers, essentially.
Yeah.
And potentially anyone around the box at all.
Mm-hmm. Question about the box, speaking of which.
Yeah.
When Nash was investigating, is there a door proper to these boxes?
Yes, there's a door that closes.
Does it lock?
It does not lock.
Okay, good to know.
Cool.
Is there anything that could potentially be used from the inside to, like, are there free moving chairs on the inside, stuff like that? Anything that she could potentially use to bar the door?
Yeah, the chairs are movable in the boxes.
Okay.
Any chair is movable if you're not a coward.
I didn't hear that. I'm so frustrated.
I said any chair is movable if you're not a coward.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
Anywhere's in walking distance if you have the time.
Yep.
Wait.
Hmm?
We know where the dagger is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, do I have... Oh, I don't have the disguise item thing. There was a spell to disguise an item that someone had.
Oh no. Yeah, Nash was gonna recommend we leave the dagger there because he thought it would be too suspicious for it to just not be there.
Yeah. That's very fair.
Much as he does not like letting her be equipped with magic dagger, but,
Yeah. But
Okay,
she'll
I
know
guess-
something is up.
Can you replace it with a fake, maybe? Or
Well,
no,
that's
wait,
that's
that would
my
be the
my thing is
disguise
that I think
Oh.
I thought that there was
So
a
you're thinking,
spell that
yeah.
I saw in one of the and like if Leanne, you can say no if like we wouldn't have time to go get it. I thought I saw a spell scroll in one of the shops around to that you could use. There's a spell to disguise an item.
Yeah.
Like you can magically make an item look like another item.
Yeah.
Replaced with banana. Replaced with banana.
That would be so funny.
That'd be so funny.
Illusory object?
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
imagine like Evis is
Well,
sorry.
actually, that's not an animate. That is not an animated illusion. I would have to go around and trolling. I'm totally fine to say like no, I wouldn't have been able to see that just because like I would have had to have gone and like found it beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, you have been like
Fair.
browsing around, so but I would say you'd still need to like go and get it, and that would take a little bit of time to go get it, buy it, and come back. So up to you.
I mean, I guess if we're not doing anything else, can we kick me out to the main map? Because I thought I saw if this isn't a thing, I don't want to confirm, but like if there's a way to put a fake in there and like have her not have her magical dagger, that would make me feel an awful lot safer. I don't know about the rest of you.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's valid and fair. I
Like,
agree.
because taking it outright would be too immediately suspicious, and Nash wants to avoid anything that will make her just like actually fuck the theater. Let's leave.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'd have to have. He would also like her to not have that dagger if we could replace it. Nash can make a mold of it. I don't think that helps us here, but he could, depending upon its size.
Well, does
Yeah.
it have a scabbard, the dagger?
I mean, I have just a dagger.
Also, like, are you going to go check this by yourself or with the party?
I figured that I probably was gonna go by myself unless one person wanted to come with me.
Screg can come with.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just clicking around because I thought I might be completely telling lies.
Yeah.
Telling lies.
I honestly do not know what I've put into these shops because a lot of them were just like preloaded with stuff.
Mhm.
With the
Sure.
came with like an Atari pack.
Yeah,
I thought you said
Nash has a.
Atari, like the game system.
Yeah.
Nash
I'm sorry, I
has
didn't mean to
a.
cut you off, Shelves.
Oh no, you're all good. I was just saying Nash has a wax key blank, so if it's a small dagger, he could make a mold of it. But like I said, like we still didn't have to find way to make dagger from that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I could have sworn I saw. I might be very, very wrong. If it picks. And we can say like if this is not something that like we would have found in there, like we can go and like just say that Screg and I went and checked and it was like no, we couldn't find the
Yeah.
thing we were looking for.
Mhm.
Blades for blades. There, where it is. Three. What a time to not be good at illusion magic. What a time to say, illusion magic isn't my forte. Whatever. Who needs illusion magic? Me, turns out.
Right when you really need it, honestly.
Like, it's one of those things you never need until you need it.
Mhm.
Just don't think about it.
Where's Percy with his innate illusion magic when you need him?
Yeah.
Not born yet.
Seashells.
Dang.
Damn.
Couple of decades off from that one.
Wait, does that mean Eamon went back in time when he came here?
Maybe, I don't know. Don't ask questions yet.
Okay. The object appears to animate naturally an illusory object. No, I don't think that. Well, let me see if there's anything in the second levels. I would have to go to Ebis for it, but
Yeah. While you're doing that, I need to take a quick break here, and we're getting we're getting close to time because I think Kitty has to leave in like 20 minutes. But
I might have to leave a little bit earlier. Because I
Okay.
guess my boss wants me in a little bit earlier.
Okay, so I think
Yeah.
we will decide what to do with this next time. And
Yeah.
wrap this up
Sorry.
now. It's okay.
yeah, no worries at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All good.
Appreciate
But
y'all.
yeah.
Said,
Y'all are
Katie, I hate your boss.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, Katie's boss, I hope you're listening to this. You suck shit.
Anyways, goodbye, everybody.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Katie's boss a bad pie.